Hey guys, Robin Shea here. It is day 13 of the 28-day experience with Before the Fork. So I am getting ready to go inside to have some Mexican food with my son and my husband before we head back to Kentucky. I've got some light issues here. I hope y'all can see me okay. And when I was getting ready to go in the restaurant, I thought to myself, I probably should share some of my restaurant survival skills. Because I have been doing this for a long time, and restaurant survival, I would hate to think that I could never eat out again. To me, that would just be, it would be horrible, because I really enjoy going to a nice restaurant or a Mexican restaurant, whatever. I really enjoy my time out of the kitchen too. So to think that I would have to give that up for a lifestyle diet, that would really make me sad. So I have some things in place that help restaurant survival and help me really enjoy the food and enjoy the time with my family and friends when we go out to eat. So here's a couple things that I do. One of the things I do is I always preview the menu online, always. So when I go in the restaurant, I know exactly what I'm ordering. Now, I know I've told you that tidbit before, so that's back in one of the other videos. But another thing that I do is, for instance, we're going to a Mexican restaurant. What's the first thing that they do when you sit down at a Mexican restaurant? They bring out the chips and the salsa. So if I'm with someone that shares my nutritional habits, we will pass on the chips and salsa. But that's not always convenient, because sometimes there are people in the party, they want the chips and salsa, and they should be able to enjoy the chips and salsa. You shouldn't be able to, ban it from the table because you're not comfortable with them delivering the chips and salsa. So I'm very strategic about my placement at the table. Where am I going to sit? And I make it inconvenient. So I set either far enough away from the chips and salsa that I really have to go to an extended effort in reaching out and getting the chips and salsa. And that seems to really, really help. So that's a huge tip. You have to be conscientious. Even if they bring 2 baskets, if you're with a large number of people, and sometimes they'll bring 2 or 3 baskets at the table, position yourself away from the chips and salsa, and that is really super helpful. Another thing that you can do is you can actually have a pre-go out to dinner snack. Okay, so before you actually go out to dinner, let's say you have a scheduled 7 o'clock dinner hour that you're meeting, about 5:45, I want you to eat a handful of nuts, or I want you to have a slice of avocado and a piece of protein. Something, get a good healthy fat, a nice carbohydrate, and a little protein in just snack form, and eat that. It'll level out your blood sugars so that when you get to the restaurant, you're not famished, and you can actually make a logical, well thought out decision. Okay. Another tip, dressings always on the side. Always on the side. You add the dressing, depending on whatever nutritional plan you're doing, you add the dressing to your salads if you're going to use dressing. I go through a lot of oil and vinegar, and I love specialty oils, and I love specialty vinegars. So they have these really awesome little travel sizes of the oil and vinegar at the store that I go to, that I buy my oil and vinegar. So I'll throw those in my purse, and I know I have a controlled, clean oil and vinegar to top my salad with. So that's another restaurant survival tip. Another thing that you can do is when you order your lunch or your dinner or breakfast, wherever you're going, go ahead and ask the waitress to please bring you a to-go box with your order. So when she brings your dinner to the table, your lunch to the table, have her also bring the to-go box. Before you even dive in, divide your meal in half, put half in the to-go box, and put it away until you're ready to go. And then clean your plate. Now that's kind of a psychological twister there, because a lot of us have been raised to clean our plates. So go ahead and pull the reserves off, divide your meal in half, pull the reserves off, put it in your to-go box, and now you're free to eat every bite on your plate guilt-free. That really, really helps. Every opportunity you have, try sharing a meal with a friend. just ask, hey, would you like to share this? I don't want the rice, so you can have the rice. I'll just get a side salad with it, or whatever works for your nutritional program. I think we have a lot more restaurant survival tips in the back of the book. They would fall under the heading of Dr. Wanzik's book, a fantastic book. And of course, the name of the book is not on the top of my head. What is it? But it's all about the psychology of eating, and it was a really great resource. And I think I listed a lot of those tips in the back of the book under the tips, tools, and techniques section. So guys, oh, okay, I flipped right to that. What do you know? Okay, so be aware of your plate size. Try to eat off of your appetizer plate as much as you can. When you go from a 14-inch dinner platter, which is what the typical American dinner platter is, it's 12 to 14 inches, and you shrink that down to a 10 to 8-inch plate, you're saving about 300 calories per plate of food. So plate size is huge. Again, we eat visually before we actually ingest the food in our stomach. So plate size is that's a super important thing to focus on. In my home, I actually have a line of dinner plateware that is a 9-inch plate with small appetizer plates with it. It's Robin Shea portion control dinnerware. So you might be able to get that on Amazon. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, that's really helpful too. So you guys, it's on page 276 is where I have a lot of these tips for restaurant survival, the mindless margin and what that means. So 250, 250, and 123 magic, those are also skills that will really help you survive and be calorie conscious without being calorie obsessed. Just little things that you can do to be more efficient when you're enjoying your nutrition. So that's my tip for you tonight. Actually, eating at a Mexican restaurant for me is no challenge at all. I broke the chip habit a long time ago, and I know exactly what to order off the menu that I will enjoy, but also stay within the guidelines of my nutritional platform. And of course, we all know that right now I'm doing slow carb, and I'm doing really good on slow carb. The scale is moving a little bit, but more than that, I'm staying really full. Adding the slow carbohydrate to my meals with my protein and my healthy fat. Although I've had to eliminate dairy, those three together, the healthy fat, the slow burning carbohydrate, and the protein, I'm staying satiated, I'm staying full for hours, and it really feels good. Although I do miss my dairy, I really see the benefits of the slow carb. So I'm having great success with it. So I'm feeling really good about it. Anyway, I'm going to go inside and enjoy some steak fajitas with my son and my husband. And I love you all. I will be back tomorrow morning. I think it'll be from the road because I think we will be driving back to our home state of Kentucky tomorrow. You guys have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.